Welcome back to the Pretty Little Death. This is another weekly short, and this one is going to be packed with recommendations for your reading pleasure. Remember, we do these shorts and read these stories so you don't have to stumble through something that's not worth your time. The first one we're going to start with is Man-Eater by Emily Antoinette. It is a 172-page story. This is on the shorter run of things that we tend to read, but this is a very cozy, comfy, lovable story. It has monsters, it has witches, it has a succubus that gets pulled out of her day job and thrown into a summoning circle. It's got it all. It's got a rating of 4.4 on Amazon, and I did get this through Kindle Unlimited, and I gotta say that it is worth every single bit of the stars that it was given. It is in first person, but you know what? This one is very, very cute. It was a very quick read, and I absolutely loved it. So if you need something quick and fun and a little spicy, definitely read Man-Eater by Emily Antoinette. You can get it on Kindle Unlimited for free if you have that service. Otherwise, the paperback is $12.99, and I'm not sure how much the digital copy is, but I would definitely pay at least $3 for this short story. It's great. Go and get it as soon as you can. The next one we have on our list this week, it is King of Ruin. It is part of the Lords of Las Vegas. It is book 4, and I did get this through Kindle Unlimited. I will have to say that I think I should have probably read some of the other ones before I read this one, because you guys know me, I tend to just jump into a series if they're all a whole bunch of standalones, and even though this is one of those standalones, it doesn't actually stand alone. You kind of need the background of what the hell is going on. It's got a 4.3 rating on Amazon, which means it's got a 4.1 on Goodreads. That's 656 ratings on Amazon, 609 on Goodreads. It is a pretty lengthy book for most people. It's 259 pages. It's got a pretty high rating on Amazon and Goodreads, but honestly, I wouldn't give it that. I give it a 2. It is first person every single chapter. It flips between the main character and the male main character. She's blind. He's in the mafia, I think, but like he's a do-gooder mafia. Nothing really makes sense. There's 2 rival families, and she's got a property that a blind woman is saving animal, like just urban wildlife, saving them, but like she's saving them. She's kind of blind, but not totally blind. She can't really see much, but she can see enough. And her property is in the way of an underground tunnel, and they need to put a vent. And instead of just asking her to like maybe put the vent in for this underground tunnel, there's this whole convoluted plan. It's not well thought out, and if you don't read the other stories, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, I guess. The whole premise of it is absolutely awful. I give King of Ruin 2 stars on having the point of view of first person from both main characters and just the basic plot. Stay away from this one. It's not worth it. I don't see how it could get more than 2 stars. But maybe the smut was just what carried it over. I'm not sure. Next, we have Donation Clinic by Alexis B. Osborne. This was interesting. I got this on Kindle Unlimited. It's got 4.3 stars on Kindle, 4.0 on Goodreads, flat. And Goodreads has a lot of ratings on this. So it's got 1,400 ratings on Goodreads with a flat 4 stars. So, I mean, I kind of agree with it. It is pretty good. It's 430 pages long. It is part of the Omegaverse. So if that's not your jam, totally get it. But this woman is an older person, and she wants to have a family, but she doesn't actually have like a pack to do it with, and somehow her paperwork gets mixed up, and instead of just having a donation given to her, she is introduced to a pack, and all of this entails with it. It has to do with being pregnant and whether or not they're going to co-parent, etc. It's a cute, girthy story, we'll put it that way. It is, like I said, 430 pages long. I give this a solid 3. It would probably be a 4 if it weren't in first person, but that is the bane of my existence. So definitely take a look into Donation Clinic if you are into the Omegaverse type reads. And again, this does heavily deal with pregnancy and breeding and such like that. There's also a lot of bisexual tension in it, and that is also great. So, our next and our last recommend for this week is Her Alien Prince. This is also on Kindle Unlimited. Everything was on Kindle Unlimited this week, guys. Absolutely was not really sure what I was going to get with this one. It's by Sky Robert. It has a 4.4 on Amazon and a 4.4 on on Goodreads. It has a 4.4 on Amazon and it has a 4.4 on Goodreads. We've got 119 ratings on Kindle, 132 on Goodreads. So it's not as widely known as some of the others, but this is pretty good. It is a part of a series. This is book 2, and it is 306 pages long. It is interplanetary politics at its finest. There is someone who is... It's hard to describe what's going on here. Let's start with this, okay? Yeah, it's planets, it's aliens, it's politics, geopolitics, all that kind of good stuff. He is like a butterfly kind of person, but not really a butterfly. They're like bees, okay? And then her people are having a breeding issue. Like they are trying really hard to make sure that fated or compatible mates are together, but she is an anomaly. Her mother was of her people, but her father was not. And they can't figure out why she doesn't, 1, look the same, 2, behave the same way, or 3, have the same genetic traits that her mother's species, which would have been the dominant species in their thinking, show. And there's this whole war that they're trying to, of course, there's always a war, right? There's this whole war they're trying to not have happen, and he is from this other planet, and they need to make a treaty happen. And instead of the person that he was trying to get to marry to have this treaty form, he ends up with our main character. And whole bunch of just weird, mysteries kind of unfold through the whole of this story. It is pretty long for what it is. I actually expected it to be a lot shorter, but it's not bad. This is not bad at all. I give this a 3 for sure. Now, I know I've done a couple of these and I haven't explained my rating just rubric. And so I want to just lay that out, and I'm probably going to do that at the beginning of the next one. We go on a 5-star rating for these shorts. I'm not giving anything about spice or anything like that. I am talking just about story and whether or not it is something to get through. And so with that in mind, 5 stars is absolutely perfect. Nothing I would change about it. Writing is fantastic. All of that. 4 is okay. Yeah, this is pretty good, but there are some flaws in it. Probably mainly that it's an incorrect point of view. And then 3 is the bare minimum that I'll tell you guys it's worth your time. There's probably issues. It's probably a wet shirt see-through kind of plot. But at least you would not pull your hair out reading it. So, anything below 3 stars, is terrible and just absolutely garbage. That would be 2 and 1. Terrible, 2, 1, garbage. This is a solid 3. Read this one if you're interested in a different kind of alien sci-fi smutty read. It's very good. And it's not hard to follow. That's the other thing. This concludes this week's short. We had 4 stories that I got through. I actually got through a lot more, but I didn't want to go on too long. I try to keep these shorts 15 minutes or less, so I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to this short synopsis of the books that I have read this week. And I hope to hear from you in our comments, on our Discord, on our YouTube, because you can listen to our podcast on YouTube. So if you haven't checked us out yet, please go and do that. We do unboxings, we do journalings, and of course we have our monthly discussions. And we're looking at expanding how many discussions we do every month. So just check us out. Keep updated on what we're releasing. We appreciate you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channels, our podcasts, wherever you find us. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Pretty Little Death is recorded by the Bestie and the Critic, edited by the Critic, graphics done by the Bestie. All opinions are original and in no way are paid by the author.